special place and time. Maybe when I get back, I can write a book about my travels, you know, about getting out of this sick society. Society, man. Society, you know? Society.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Bottom of the Class Podcast, and I am one of your hosts, Josh Ford. And to my left, I got the great Matthew Rios.
Thank you. Very great.
To my right, I got Mason Madman Flores.
Thanks.
To his right.
And then special guest today, my friend Courtland King. How you doing, Courtland?
Yes, sir. It's your boy.
Courtland King?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool, man.
That is a wrestler name if I've ever heard of.
A wrestler name. I'm too fat for wrestling.
That's not true. Have you seen Big Show?
Yeah, but
Not fat, but
I don't get paid enough for it.
That's true.
So, Courtland, you just graduated college. Congratulations.
Appreciate that, bro.
With what?
I graduated with a double major in criminal justice and criminal justice and communication. So
Criminal justice
sweet.
and communication. Sweet, dude.
yeah. And then I went past the testing to be a part of the Grand Prairie Police Department, and was like, hell no, this is not what I want to do. I did not get a 4-year degree to go be a cop. So
Yeah, how come you chose to be a cop after? I mean, I guess that's your own passion. But
well, you got it. Well, I want to be an interrogator in the FBI, but you can't be an FBI agent until you're 24. Like, you can't even apply to be there. So you have to start somewhere. So I've had a number of internships.
Get some experience.
Yeah. I even had an internship with the FBI last summer. Like, that's why I was here most of the summer. So I've done that. I've done all that. But you got to start somewhere. You got to get your feet wet. And being a cop is not how I want to dip my toes in the water. So.
But you were prepping for that training. Like, I would see, Snapchat videos where you were running with, some little white girl. Just, training for this thing.
Yeah, I was doing more than running with her. But, yeah, I was running with a white girl.
Wait.
Yeah, I was running. We had to run a mile and a half in 13 minutes and stuff like that.
In 13 minutes?
Yeah.
Dude, 250-pound obese me, high school me could do that.
Yeah, it's not hard, but I just it wasn't difficult. I passed it, but it was just me actually getting the energy to want to actually go and run a mile and a half. Yeah.
But what were those people like that were there? Because me and you talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
You talked about this yesterday.
So I was there. I was cool. It was fun, and everyone was just talking to me about being an athlete. But I was one of the, out of 165 people, I was one of the very few people who had a college degree. Half of them were ex-Marines, and there was 3 people with amputated legs. It was weird. Then I had there was a couple people who, everyone else was pretty old, 30 almost. But then I was in a group of 11 people, and they were laughing and talking. We're getting ready to run the mile and a half, and the dude goes, "Man, I don't know why we gotta run a mile and a half." And everyone just starts laughing. He was like, "Man, when I get in the line of duty, I get my stuff on. I'm not running a mile and a half after somebody. I'm just shooting them in the back." And so everyone starts laughing, and I'm like,
joking about it, dude.
I'm
sick, dude.
It's ridiculous. And that's when I just realized, this is not the people I'm supposed to be around. It's not. I was like, this isn't for me, bro. That's my last option. I passed it. I could easily go do that at the end of July. I've already got the call, but I'm trying to do something different. So.
Did you already get maced and tased before you were like, maybe this isn't for me?
No, I have been tased before. I did that with my internship with the Woodbury County Sheriff's Department this past semester. That shit hurts.
So I've always thought to myself that I could withstand that. Yeah. I always thought I could for a little bit, right? Yeah. I always thought that. And then I was at my uncle's house, and he has some of the TENS units. It's for muscle relaxation for those who don't know. And I put that shit on some muscles, and he just barely turned it. And the fact that it was getting my shit to pulse, I was like, dude, if I had just electricity coursing through my whole body, dude, there's no way.
Bro, it hurts. I can't even lie to you. But they do it in your back, and so and it's a special instructor. But the thing that's scary about it, I think, is that you're getting ready, moving because you're getting it done. Yeah. But it's not that the instructor shoots you with the taser. It's your classmates do it, because not only are you training to get tased, but you're training to how to use a taser. So you're like, bro, if they mess up, hit me.
Right,
you're just
spinal cord.
Yes, right in the spine.
You're like, bro, please don't fuck up. You're like, oh, don't mess up. But
dude, there's no there's not really a whole lot of muscle on your back. So that's gotta.
Yeah. It hurt, man. I can't even. I don't even know how to explain it. It just I wouldn't have, obviously,
just locked
no
up.
Pun intended, but I went into shock. It was like this, and I couldn't move for a little bit, and it hurt even 30 minutes after. I was just still feeling it. Maybe that was my mind, but it hurt.
That's what you get. That's what you get. You know why?
Static shock one time.
Why is that, Josh Ford?
I think we talked about this a long time ago on the podcast. I talked about me getting tased.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's the main reason I got tased.
Really? So
110%.
It's coming full circle.
He's a serial offender, apparently.
All right, I'm not the full reason, but I played a factor into it. Come on, bro. If you had a taser in here, who would be the first person you go for with the taser?
Josh. Yeah.
Exactly.
It would be Josh.
Okay. Explain how that happened and your side, because people have heard my side.
How it happened with the taser?
It was me, you, Moose, and I think
Yeah,
Matthew.
didn't Moose pick up the taser first? Like, I really don't remember. I just remember chasing your big ass with a taser. But I know we picked it up. We got it in the drawer, and everyone was like wondering, what are you like? Where is this taser? What are we gonna do with it? And Moose was like, he was you know how Moose is. He's crazy as hell.
I don't know that.
Sorry, Moose is crazy as hell. He was like tasing him, and then he was like, oh, it doesn't hurt that bad. And then we would hear him go. I was like, oh yeah, don't touch him with that. It'd be like, how about we just get Josh Ford? He has the most he has the most covering around his body, so I think it'd be it would go covering.
Good save.
He had the most he was the most big bones. So we were like, let's get Josh, and so we chased him around the entire house until a couple guys could hold him down, and then we got him. Didn't we get you like on the leg?
No, because the thing is, at one point I was running, and this is like you made a pack because Moose was coming for you first.
Yeah.
Hey, back then I could book it. Mm-hmm. All right, but Moose started chasing you for a little bit, and then y'all make a little pack to come get me, and I think I like ran into you, and Moose comes out of nowhere and tases my left cheek. I will always remember it's my left cheek because my butt has never clenched so hard in my life.
Ew.
What the hell?
It was rapid too. It was just you just got to get the animation like. Yeah.
But that's not even like that taser wasn't even half the power, like, because the tasers that I got shot with, like, at the thing, like, it puts prongs in you, like, you know, but like it shoots out and it's like two things going into your back. So like that taser thing was just like you literally just felt the static. Mm-hmm. It didn't go into you like it went into me, man.
Like hard circuit to you. You just got hardwired.
We did that to one of my friends one time, but he was so fucking blacked out drunk. His fucking pants were off. I don't know why still.
Whoa.
I don't remember.
You know why.
Yeah, dude. Come on, Jacob.
I know this dude. That's not why his pants were off. So he's just laying on the couch, and my friend goes and tases his ass for 10 full seconds, just sitting there.
What?
And he doesn't move an inch. Literally just laying face down on the couch.
He was probably
passed
unconscious.
Yeah,
probably
heart stopped for a
more
second.
than probably.
That's
In hindsight, 2020, man, not the best decision.
Everybody's not your
That's
friend,
so
Josh.
white to
That's
tase
facts.
your drunk homeboy like
Yeah,
while he
that is-
passed
yeah.
out.
That's so messed up.
That is,
I didn't do it, dude.
That is a white person thing.
I would
That's so
never
white,
do that
dude.
So
shit.
just fuck with your friends who are asleep, like fart in their face. Like that's such a white.
It was actually a Mexican that tased him, but
Mexicans are pretty guilty of that too, actually.
If they got silver teeth like when they're kids and shit.
Yeah, then the badass those badass kids.
So we were gonna talk about this since you just graduated.
Yeah.
Some of us didn't go, and some are going.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna talk about if college is worth it. A very famous debate that has been going on for years now, and we never talked about it.
Yeah, we never touched on it. I'm surprised we never did.
Yeah. So
It's
I guess none of us have a career yet. Matt has a career, I think.
Yeah.
Would you call it a career? No.
I mean I could do it, but like it's once you start like growing up, you realize that like you just need so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
That's where I'm at. Man.
It's just not enough.
So I guess this is more of an open-ended question, and it's open to you guys. Do you guys think college is worth it?
I think that for some professionals, like the degrees that are required to become like a doctor or like a pharmacist or just in the medical field, something along like a surgeon even, dude, it's like kind of important that you know the person who's going to be walking in here is like studied for a while.
Yeah.
But also like somebody who hasn't gone to school and did study on their own should be able to like test out and like, I don't know if they did the studying on their own. The downside of that would be, I guess I'm mostly thinking about the medical field because it's closer to me, but the downside would be like you wouldn't have the internships that are sort of required to continue on as far as like a college situation would go.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean internships?
Like
experience opportunities?
Yeah, so like once you get into pharmacy school, you have to do internship for like 4 of the years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you get to go to different places like psychiatric evaluation, or you get to go to hospice, or you get to go like you go to every place basically.
Yeah.
And that's just something you wouldn't get testing out, I feel like. Like
there
would be
you
nowhere.
can't test out of experience, getting experience.
No, like that's I don't know. It's important to have that experience. Like if you just test and then now it's my turn to do surgery and I've never been in the room, like that would
sense,
So it's like, dude, like, but if you're gonna be like a family physician, you're just gonna like be like, all right, well, that's a fucking cold. Here you go.
Yeah, and that's what the debate is like. I guess a big point in the debate is people who like just graduate high school or call it high school, and then spend 4 years getting like 4 years of experience, whereas this college graduate just has 4 years of education but no experience. And I think that's the debate is like, is that worth it? Plus you're getting like debt. But I guess it just depends. I don't know. Like it depends on like what you're getting into. Like for example, I'm doing business. And since I'm doing business, I really feel like I can do my job without a degree.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like I could. Like if I did 4 years of marketing, I would have probably the same job I would have, if not better than I would if I just got out of college and just like get an entry level job. I think I would have a lot better of a job. Second point, I was more fortunate than others, so like I have the opportunity to go to college, and like my parents are like paying for all of it. I mean, my parents are able to take out loans, and then I'm going to be paying back the loans, but they had the credit to take out these loans and like help me out. So yeah, so like I was like kind of fortunate to have the opportunity to. So, you know, why not take it, you know? And I mean, college does provide like insights and discipline and diligence, but I would assume a full-time job would do that too. So,
but there's a lot of prerequisites for some stuff that I feel like maybe are kind of bullshit and not needed, not necessary. Yeah,
like history. I took history for marketing. I didn't need that. What do I need to know about Civil War for?
I think the first 2 years of college.
I mean, you've been knowing about the Civil War.
That's true. The first 2 years of college are so stupid because the basics, we already learned this in high school. Why are we doing high school all over again? And the thing is that people don't tell you about the basics, even though they're lower level classes. Like, teachers use them as weed out classes. Those fucking professors will be very hard on you for, like, basic shit. And it's not fair.
Not in my experience.
I went to community college for my basics, and that was the easiest fucking thing I've ever done in my life.
I didn't do that.
It was just high school repeated.
I went to Navarro, actually. Those were not too bad.
But university is a lot tougher.
Yeah, in
my opinion.
Definitely.
They're a lot harder on you, but it should be because they want to make sure they want to have a good reputation for the colleges, and not you want your college to be the one who's like letting like people who do the work graduate, not just anybody, because then that just tarnishes your reputation.
But that's kind of the thing I thought that was kind of the deal was like sometimes it is too much work for like maybe it's not necessary to do that much like tedious work. Like like almost like when you're in elementary school or middle school, like doing a reading log, like who gives a fuck?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying too. Like college also teaches you discipline and like diligence. So, like you're gonna get your ass beat, like you're gonna get like overloaded with coursework. But like if you do it, like it just shows how disciplined you can be and like how much you're willing to put up with when it comes to getting a full-time position and your boss is putting a bunch of shit on your plate and he's expecting you to have like these deadlines met and everything.
Yeah, that was my question. It was like when you talked about is college worth it? Are you talking about just based on the degree aspect or the whole idea of going to college?
Yeah, see, I wish I made it more specific, but I don't really know how to.
Okay, because if someone were to ask me that, I would say my first 2 years, I went to like a decent-sized private Christian college, but it wasn't like I went in, I was like, this is stupid as hell. Like, they're Reformed Christian, and I still, to this day, 4 years later, don't know what Reformed is. Like, I don't know what that denomination is or what it's about. But the idea of going to college, I was like, man, why am I in another math class? Like, I'm a criminal justice and communication. Yeah. There's no reason for me to take another math class. But that math class is also where I met some of my best friends in college. Because we were all like, what the fuck? Like, we were on the same page. And so, like, when you ask the question of, like, is college worth it? In the aspect of, bro, like, I learned so much, whether it was book smart learning, I would say college is worth it. The being done with it, I'm like, damn, I'm in the same boat as some people who dropped out freshman year. And they already, my best friend is making a job, already has an apartment on his own. I just came back home and I moved back in with my parents for a couple months. I'm like, this man has a fucking made. Like, he has bread, no degree, living by himself. He has an apartment, and he's already worked in that field for 2 years. And my dad said, Courtland, shut the hell up, because I complain about it so much. He was like, Courtland, because that money looks nice now while you're struggling, but the moment you get into the same level in the same field as him, that degree is going to one-up you already. And my dad was like, that money looks good now, But you get in the field and you see that you have a degree, that money's going to look a lot better later on. And is that fair? I don't know. Who's to say that he's not better than me at what he does? He's been in there for 2 years, and I haven't had any experience. I've been getting my degree, but later on down the road, that degree looks like something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's some gold that you're walking around with. And as much as annoying as it is, but the idea of college and like the friends that I made, the lessons that I learned, the all-nighters, like even like looking back at that, I'm like, Courtland, you're stupid as hell. Like you got that assignment 4 months ago, but you're staying up all night, and like I mean it's dumb. But I would say that college is worth it, but you have to accept the fact that your dream isn't gonna happen as soon as you get that degree, and I think that's the pill that I've had to swallow. Like I thought as soon as I got my degree, get my check, it's not happening like that. That's not how life is. Like you got to get experience too.
There's like countless people that I know in the same exact position.
44% of college graduates in 2018 didn't have a job out of college.
Yeah, like, and at first, like I came like Justin Carter just got his he's going to get a master's, got a GA position, and like everyone at school, I was talking to some girls like that were graduating with us. And they're like, what are you doing after? And she's like, I still haven't found a teaching job. Oh my gosh. I'm like, yo, they need teachers everywhere. Like they're hiring for teachers. And I was like, you don't know what you're doing now, but you have the entire summer. Even my mother was like, Courtland, just take a week off. Your body, your mind, your physical, like everything about you deserves that week off. And she's like, there's gonna be a job for you. Like there's gonna be something for you. Just be okay with being okay for a little bit in your lifetime. Because college, you're like, I gotta be great. I gotta get this. You're working for a goal, and as soon as you get out of college, you don't have that goal anymore. It's back to your dreams, and so you're trying to make those dreams reality, and you stress yourself out about it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's what a lot of people that are graduating this semester, I had classes with, are like worried about getting post grad depression, just because like once they graduate, they're not gonna have a job, and like they're just gonna be like sitting there with nothing to do. Like whereas like as a student, you wake up and you're like, okay, I need to go to class, or I need to do this like project. Yeah. But like now, once you graduate, you wake up and like now what? Like just apply and like.
Well, I've noticed that in a lot of the people that I know with the same issue, it's also like they are very insistent on getting this like dream job that they have. Like they won't just go to QT. Yeah. And get some sort of money income like rolling at the moment.
Get started.
They almost when I talk to a lot of them, feel like almost like entitled to something more than just
because they got a degree,
right? Than just going to QT. Yeah. Like I talked to one of my friends and he was like, "Dude, I'm overqualified." Yeah. Like, dude, you have zero money. Yeah, you don't have a job.
And I found myself saying that. Like my mom was like, "Hey, even they're hiring," and I was like, "Mom, I did not just get a degree to go." And my mom was like, "Whoa, don't let that paper fool you, man." Like she literally said, "Do not let that piece of paper fool you. You still ain't got no experience, and you still living under my house with no sense of revenue, no sense of income coming." She's like, "So what are you? Like, what is it? A college graduate? You know how many people in America are college graduates right now? Like, what difference do you have?" And my mom like kind of like slapped me in my face. I was like, "Damn."
I think more than ever, right? Yeah, people are graduating from college like more than ever.
Yeah, the rates are higher with not just African Americans, literally everything. Like in all aspects, that people are graduating college. Is college getting easier?
But does that mean that it's not as
losing its value? It's losing value. Yeah. It is losing its value.
I think it is.
It 100% is. Like I feel like in the next probably decade, dude, masters is going to be the new bachelors.
Oh yeah,
without a doubt. I think it already is. Right, it's making the move right now.
Definitely for our generation, we need our masters.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, who's making those rules? That's what really pisses me off. Like who's to tell you that you can't be what you can? Like
advancements in technology.
Yeah, it's
big companies, really.
Yeah, and it's people on bullshit. Top of companies. It's bullshit because like you go and you look on Indeed.com or Jobs.com or whatever, and it's like, well, we like people with bachelor's degrees, but if you got your master's in this and you really did this higher learning, well, this is who we really want. I was like, man, that person couldn't sell his, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't sell shit. But just because he has a master's, you're going to take him over me? Like, you haven't even, you're weeding people out of the process, like kind of like you said earlier. They're cutting people out of the process before they give people a chance. Interviews need to be the first step, and not just reading somebody's damn resume. First. Exactly. You need to come in and see how I speak to people. You need to see who I am. Like, because somebody who has there's somebody out there who can sell something better than I can, who can communicate with people better than I can, without a damn doubt. And that person probably didn't even graduate from high school. And the degree, it matters, but in a sense, like, it's losing its value, like everyone said. And I think that interviews, the resume, like people stressing themselves over a resume. I don't have enough on this piece of paper. The piece of paper doesn't define you. Come in here and meet me. And I think that that's what companies are going away from, and that's why we're losing so much value. Like, meet the person first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree a lot.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. So,
what is it of revolving around?
It was about the degrees, but I feel like as I'm talking about it more right now, it's escaping me even further. So, yeah.
See, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. So I guess to answer the question, I think. Oh, I was gonna say the thing too is employers seek degrees, like especially master's degrees, which puts people who can't even afford college at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So that's I agree with you when you say like the first thing you should do is interviewing, because like you don't know.
But even on that note, people who do have maybe a bachelor's or associates or something like that, like they're already like they've taken this time to go to college, and now that especially doesn't matter because they're not the target demographic of who they want to be.
Yeah. So what should we do, Josh? How should we combat this? Should we?
I don't know.
Should we make college tougher?
Change the education system
and make it not so easy to just give out degrees.
The only thing I could think of, honestly, is just we got to get rid of basics, because we spend 4 years of high school learning those basics. I don't think we need to, unless like you're going to be an English major. Maybe you need to take those extra English classes. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Learn what you're going to do.
Exactly. But then spend the next 2 to 3 years only doing what you need to do.
Yeah,
I think we can do a lot better with just that.
And I think people's GPA. I think that's a smart point, because one of my professors in my class said that. He said that people's GPAs don't matter because we put them in these classes that they don't give a damn about. They just spent 12 years in the education system learning about stuff and figuring out what they want to do. Then you tell them to figure out what they want to do, make one of those dreams that they've had as a little kid to make it a reality, and you get them to do that. And they pick what they want to do. This is what I want to do my entire life. And then you ask them, oh yeah, but hold that for a second, and let the girl learn some more stuff about this. For what? People lose interest. Like, I had a foods lab. I'm a communication and a criminal justice major. The hell do I need a science food lab for? What the hell do I need
science
that for?
Labs are so tedious, dude.
For no reason. Did you put your gloves on properly? Man, and he couldn't even cook. How you gonna teach a science food lab and can't cook a damn thing? Motherfucker had us cutting chickens. Yeah, no, we had to raise our own chickens. Like, from the time they had everything, we had to raise our own chickens, go feed them. Like, everyone in the class had time slots to go to the farms and feed them.
That is really crazy,
bro. And
if y'all want to know what college in Iowa is like, there you go.
I'm telling you, it's not always like that. But we had to go raise our own farms. I swear to God. And then we had so each person in the class, like, they split it up, and so you were groups of 4, and you had like 6 chickens, and you raised them. And what he didn't tell you is that towards the end of the semester, we were gonna kill them. So we put them like in this little cone thing at the bottom.
Yo,
I swear, it's like a cone falls through, the head falls through, and we slit its neck, and it bled out while I was sitting here doing this at the farm. Then we took that chicken in. We obviously didn't do the processing. Got it processed, and we ate the damn chicken.
And you named it, I'm sure.
Yes, and I felt, bro, I was sick to my stomach.
Traumatizing.
Yeah. It was traumatizing.
It's like tasing your classmates. You gotta know what you're doing to the chicken before you do it.
Exactly. You're a smart man.
Thank
but
you.
this is the thing. I still eat chicken to this day. It didn't really affect me very much.
It just sucks that it had to be that way.
Yeah, it had to
feel bad for that.
I remember because there was one chick who had like a little limp. Like, it was something wrong with it. And that was like my chick. Like, that was the one I was really messing with. I gave it extra food and all that. And I think I ate that motherfucker. That's what's hard about it, bro.
One tear rolling down.
But the worst part is the professor did the cooking. I was like, bro, please let me cook my own chicken. Motherfucker didn't season nothing. He had cracked salt and pepper. I was like, if I'm gonna do all this, I'm gonna do this traumatizing thing, can the chicken at least be good? Go how you do it. Look, the little Stacy Dash, a little slap your mama seasoning, something. Damn.
What is that? Slap your mama seasoning.
You never had slap your?
Oh, come on.
Come on, bro. It's slap your mama seasoning. Literally, it's titled, and they got this like hot one, then they got the original one. Boy, I put that shit on everything.
It's like a seasoned salt or like that Cajun season.
Yeah.
Is it like Lowry?
It's like that.
Yeah, it's like a
like Lowry's.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a seasoning like Lowry's, but yeah. Go pick it up next time. I swear.
Slap your mama.
Slap your mama seasoning.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mess with it, or a little.
Of course,
little
you'll get the
Creole.
hot one.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's spicy, like it, but it's not too spicy to where you can't enjoy it. It's like putting cayenne all over your food. Like cayenne's good, but if you put too much, you really won't be enjoying your food. Like this one is like where it's spicy, like you get the kick, but like it has a good flavor too. So but I didn't have that on my chicken that I raised for 6 months.
Damn. Little did you know you could have been like, you could have been feeding it better shit. Like
honestly, I was just throwing some shit out there, and he was eating off the ground. It smelled bad in there too, and I was like, damn, I'm eating this shit, bro. Then we went to a pork plant, like a slaughterhouse. Oh my god, I didn't eat pork for bacon. I didn't eat nothing for like a month or two, man. Like, do you know how they kill the pigs and stuff?
No.
Yeah. Is it not the same way?
No. No. All right.
There's a few different ways.
They do, but there's like the tank where it like kills them, and then that's the one I saw. So
that shit's scary, dude.
It is. So
wait, what?
They put them like through this little tank in this machine where it gets them lined up like it's like, see, they go through like a tank to where like almost in a sense paralyzes them. They're still alive though. Like, they're still there, but they're like calm down. They're not doing oink oink and stuff everywhere. They're literally just so they get them in like this little line, and it's like this rotating thing that spins.
Wait, they put like a gas or something?
It's like a little bit of gas. They almost in a sense drug it, just a little bit.
It's like that thing in if you saw It, that's what the thing they're shooting. It's almost like that.
Yeah, no, but then they keep going and they get in the line, and so the first guy is the guy that like cleans it off and then cuts the hairs and the stuff off the face and like on the eyebrows, eyelashes, whatever.
Kind of like a straight barber razor, like
yeah, he's literally cutting all of them. Then the next guy, oh man, the next guy has like a gun and it like is a big barb, like it's like a big needle. I don't even know what it is.
Like metal rod.
Yes, it's a metal rod, and boom, shoots him right in the forehead. And so all you hear is like it squeals, but it's still alive. Like some of them don't die right after that. So then it goes, and then they get him to where the next guy puts his feet, the back 2 feet, on like these ropes, and then it starts. The motor thing goes up, so it hangs down, and the blood literally is just leaking on the ground. And they have this rod in their head, and some of them are still alive, shaking and all that stuff. And then if they are, then they hit them with like a bat or something. And it finally kills them. And then I didn't eat pork for a while, bro.
Oh, dude, there has to be a better way.
Taking notes from World War II Germany.
I don't know what the hell they were, bro.
This is awful.
Give it the guillotine or something. There has to be a better way than just impaling it with the thin rod.
See, but I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't taken my science food lab.
Dude, wow.
But I'm cool without knowing that.
Maybe they can't cut its head off. I don't know.
Why do you take a minute?
Shit.
That's wild.
I mean, that's why a lot of people are against like eating animals. I'm trying to wrap my head around how people are against like testing on animals as well, because I mean, what's wrong with me like putting a little bit of lipstick on a rabbit, dude? Like what's like the worst that could happen, dude? He looks a little prettier than he was 1 second ago.
Yeah, no, I know.
But as long as I'm not caking like foundation in his eyes, dude. Like, well, what's gonna happen? Like,
yeah, no, but there's right next to that farm is a farm where they literally clone animals.
Sick.
Gross. Like,
I bet.
It's a sick.
My sick was a double entendre.
It was. They clone animals? I thought they gave that up. I didn't know.
Well, like the goat that lived for a few years.
It's called I'll look it up in a minute.
Sure.
It's try something.
There's a few different. It's hard to tell.
I thought it was
there's like 3 or 4 people, the different groups.
That do it.
I thought it was like the moon landing. Like we just did it once and then just never did it again. I remember we cloned Dolly.
They keep doing it. Yeah, Dolly was sheep, not a goat.
And then they just never. I guess maybe they're still doing it.
In China, they just clone hella shit.
Yeah,
like a lot.
Do they clone a person in China? I don't remember if I saw that.
I'm sure
probably have.
There's rules against it. Like
in China, there's
not
there's
rules in China, dude.
There's not rules in anything except freedom in China.
So why
is that what they call it?
Hey, you
why
can't
don't we all
Google
move to China?
Because you can't Google Tiananmen Square there.
That's true. That's facts.
just kind of super limited. I mean, it's way better than being like in North Korea or something, dude. Those Vice like North Korean like documentaries, I always find myself watching maybe about 8 hours about
I can't
North
watch
Korea.
them. I can't.
Dude, it's so trippy.
Crazy,
it's so trippy.
It's wild.
I can't just people like when they go. I guess when people go over and interview people, and just how happy they are, and just think how they think how they're living like the best life there is, and like because they don't know what it's like out there.
I think we've come to know that a lot of that is like acting.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't act a different way.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They can't. That's so crazy, man. That's weird, dude. I'm definitely grateful for where I am. I guess I could be in North Korea. It could be in Africa, dude, getting fucking shot by rebels and shit.
Funded by who knows?
Yeah.
Where else would you go, Courtland?
Shit. I might go to Brazil. The women are bad in Brazil.
Nah, dude, Brazil's the cartel, dude. You can't go down to Brazil.
Just don't go to Rio. Just don't go to Rio.
And the police force. I mean, we get shot either way. I'm gonna live lavish with a fine girl. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna die with a bad bitch next to me. You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
Speaking Portuguese, you don't understand the lick. Like
see. Yeah, but I don't know.
So you go to Brazil?
I think I'm thinking with the wrong head, but if I had to genuinely, maybe the Netherlands or Sweden or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be a cool place. Is it because of the socialistic values they have over there? Or
I would
it's a
say
beautiful
so.
area?
Both in a sense, yeah, both. Because we talked about a lot of those in our class. Because the school that we went to is Dutch Reform. Like that's Reform. Most people are Dutch or from the Netherlands and stuff like that. Cool. So we just talked about that, and I was like, oh, that's
so. What does Dutch Reform mean?
You shouldn't ask me. I really don't know. They believe in obviously we're all Christians. Like every denomination, like they believe in a God. So that's all they really meant. But like they would think that. What are some of the things? Oh, they believe in child baptism. Like you don't get baptized when you're like 8 or 9. You get baptized as you're like a newborn baby.
Okay,
like they believe in newborn baby baptism. What else do they think? They put a lot of praise on Mary for birthing the Son of God, and which like it's some weird stuff. Like they don't think that some people, let me not say all, if you're Reformed out there, I'm sorry, I'm not stereotyping you, but some Reforms think that like Satan didn't actually come as a serpent, like he came as, like they were thinking like in that time, that at the time when they were speaking, they spoke in like stories and like tales and stuff like that.
I've thought about that before.
Yeah, like and so they were talking about like he wasn't actually a snake, it's just the form of a snake he took because of what he did to Adam and Eve. So like it's a lot of trippy stuff that makes you think, but then it doesn't come with, like they talk about how you have to take the Bible literally, but then they just put their whole perspective on the entire denomination. I'm like, so that totally.
That's what I was wondering, if that's what that meant, because there's the Old Testament stuff which people seem to ignore.
Yeah,
like
but it's hard. Like how
some people don't ignore it.
But how do you put the Old Testament and put it in, like how do you take what happened in the Old Testament and what the Bible is kind of trying to teach you and then put it to our lives today? Like we don't ride.
But you said, some people believe like some things about like you can't.
Some people hold on to the Old Testament.
Yeah, but you can't just pick and choose stuff.
Pick and choose, and that's the problem. I think
buffet religion.
I think that's exactly that's what we as Christians do sometimes. Like we pick and choose what sounds nice, what fits with our lives, and I mean,
what a sham, dude.
I do it too.
God. Religion.
Well, I find that most like evangelicals. Evangelicals like
evangelists.
That's what I meant.
Too.
Whatever. All right, you got it. Dude, mostly when I think of like the white mom that's definitely gonna call the manager, and she's like always at church, like needs to like donate because God needs money every Sunday, so he can, I don't know, save people with it.
Yeah.
Like that is the most hypocritical human being on planet Earth. I'm convinced.
Without a doubt. I am one of those Christians like, and I think that at the same time somebody could go back and listen to this right now and be like, Courtland's a hypocrite for this reason. I think that everyone's hypocritical, but I think it's the people who try to ignore what they do and ignore what they look like and ignore what happens Monday through Saturday and try to put on the face on Sunday. Those are the people that are really bad, and they're bad for the religion, because those are the same people who get on Twitter and are like
post long comments on Facebook
about stuff, and I'm like, I know you were talking about having an abortion. I was like, the abortion stuff comes up and they're like, oh, this is wrong, killing God's creation, and I'm not talking about that. I'm not putting that out there. Like I'm not saying anything about that from my view, but I'm like, you were the same person who old girl texted you and said she might be pregnant, and you were talking about the first thing that came out your mouth was abortion. So don't be out here, acting like, don't act brand new. And I think that that's what a lot of Christians do sometimes. But I mean, at the flip side, I think everyone does that. It's just it puts a bigger target on our backs when you claim a religion that is either so loved and also so hated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and puts a bigger target.
I can back that up because I'm a Christian too, and when I was growing up, my parents got divorced, and my dad is also an evangelical, and he travels doing his thing, preaching.
Evangelist. That's what I was.
Evangelist. That's what I wanted to do. And he travels to do his thing, whatever. But when my parents got divorced, my dad lost a lot of like friendships with churches, and nowhere in the Bible does it say like having a divorce is like a major sin or a sin really. But there are like rules to a divorce. Like,
well, it does talk
the
about
Bible.
a covenant.
Yeah.
It does talk about a covenant. So once you step into a covenant and you break that covenant, that is when it's a major sin. As long as like they said the only like
there are things to it. There's rules to it. But because of that, because the whole thing about being Christian is forgiveness. But my dad and my mom, they're basically like pushed out of a church, or they try to keep my parents together to try to stay in the church just for looks, just so it doesn't look bad.
To who?
Unhealthy.
To the congregation.
Exactly.
So they're always trying to constantly paint this image that, oh, okay, perfect Christian family stays together no matter what, even through like the troubles. But the truth is, like, sometimes you can't do it. Sometimes you can't stay together.
Dude, and these are the same people that are judging your parents. These are the same people who in high school were smoking dope, dude, having premarital sex, you know, probably doing other stupid fucking sins that are listening to commandments.
Mixing threads, stuff like that.
Yeah, probably stole something, you know. Like, these are the same people who are, I guess, now that they're older and have a family, they think they're, like, so prolific and, like, wise and renowned and everything. You're like, dude, you're not any better than we are.
Yeah.
Well, I've always thought about this, though. Do you think a lot of what we have agreed upon as like ethics of a community, a lot of it does come from religion, but do you think without religion we'd still be like, I don't know, maybe I don't need to take your shit from you, or maybe like killing someone is not that bad, like if we didn't have religion like to go off of, to base ethics from, which I think a lot of the community's ethics is like grounded in.
So you're saying if there wasn't religion, do you think we would have the same ethics we would if there were religion?
Yeah, do you
That's a good question.
Do you think like there's not really good, I mean, there's the only thing example I can think of is maybe like theft and murder and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
would murder be cool if we didn't have religion? Because like everything, especially our country, is based on Christianity or those values. Or religion in general.
I feel like as a human being, if you have grown an attachment to somebody, which would be a friend, and they were taken from you, like, I don't know.
I think
it would definitely be a problem for you, but as a community, I don't know. It's tough to pose the question because you do think about it with the same shit I'm talking about. Your ethics already in play.
I think that I don't think so. I think if there were no religion, I think we would still be able to say or know right from wrong. The only thing that's coming up to me.
I don't think so, bro.
I don't know about that. Because that's the ethics talking.
I just keep thinking of death penalty. I don't know. I can't like think of anything else right now. But like in terms of like death penalty, like there are people who are religious who either are for it or against it, and there are people who are not religious who are either for or against it. So I think when it comes to doing right and wrong, I think we all know like killing isn't going to be a good thing, but in forms of like justice, like maybe that's where religion steers people's directions. But I think without religion, I think we would still be able to discern from right and wrong.
I don't know, man.
I think so.
That's tough.
I'm sorry. I don't know. That's a tough.
Did you just apologize for not agreeing with me?
Yeah, I did.
Don't ever
because I actually I like you, bro. Like I really do. I meant you for like.
But tell me something.
Yeah, tell me how it is.
Oh,
dude.
But dude, tell me he's got the boom on his head.
No, but religion. I don't think religion drives our ethics. I don't think religion drives our morals as much as we like. For certain people, it does, but as a society, I don't think so. Because think about back when, and I'm sorry, I know I'm black, so like I'm not trying to just bring up the slavery all the time. But think about when slavery happened.
Oh, dude, here we go. I'm just
no, but think about when slavery happened. Religion wasn't really as relevant, you know, ethically and morally like back then. But killing a black man was cool. Killing a black man was to certain people. I think that for each person and like what they go through and like what that person thinks about. Ethically wise, I don't think religion drives much of that. Okay, so let me rephrase that.
I hear you.
For me, I'm a Christian, so my ethics and my morals come from what I believe is true, which I believe the Bible, Scripture is true. That's what I believe in. For somebody else, your moral and ethics come from what you believe is true. No matter where you got that from, whether it was religion or not, that's what you hear from. So I think that if we didn't have religion, it just would have been some other man who would have made the rules for it. Because as you know, people make the rules now. Like whatever President Donald Trump says, it kind of is like this is how it goes. Whoever's leading at the time in society is kind of who. Dictates. There's people going to disagree with them, but that's kind of who dictates things. And I think that whether religion is there or not, there's going to be someone dictating what direction society goes, whether it's religion or not. And I think that that's how people's morals will go. I mean, there's people who are always going to disagree with somebody, without a doubt. Like,
right.
I think it comes down to two things, for me personally. The first thing is, with every generation, we're getting smarter. Like, we're able to see the past generation and recognize, that doesn't seem right. Why are we doing this? And that generation grows up and they improve on what was done in the past and make things better. So I think even if we took out religion over time, like Court said, something would replace that. Mm-hmm. And we would build off of it and be like, okay, maybe that wasn't that good. Here's something better. So no matter what, we're always going to get better in some kind of way. The second thing is, I think a lot of this falls on the debate of egoism versus altruism, which is basically altruism is naturally just helping somebody out without any like emotional ties or anything like that. You're actually doing good to do good. Egoism is you're doing it to benefit yourself just a little bit. So like say there's a bomb, like Matt throws a grenade at you, right?
Tip jar. How about that?
Get ready, bitch.
Mason's at the McAllister's counter. I got a $1. He's not looking, but I do put a tip in there.
Yeah. Is he doing that because he actually genuinely wanted to do it, or he just want to make himself feel better?
No, but I was like, well, here's your tip.
I think a great example would be giving out those videos you see people giving money to the homeless. Like, don't record that.
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, don't record that shit, dude. That's ego. What would you call it? Egoism?
I would feel that would fall under egoism. I feel like they wouldn't
egoism.
be completely doing it just to help them.
That is not being altruistic. If you won't record yourself doing a good deed, I don't care if you're not even thinking like that way. I really think you're just being egoist.
But it's not out of the realm of impossibility that someone can just actually go out of their way and record it and be like, hey, I actually want to help this person. That person could exist.
They always say that, though.
They always say
the heart of the person.
Yeah,
that's what
in the heart
matters.
of exactly.
Because if you look at it at the end of the day, like, bro, get up and go do something. Now, I know half the people who put that stuff on YouTube, I'm giving somebody $10,000, are doing it because they want to see somebody give them, see them giving somebody $10,000. Yeah, like people want to see that, but I think that it goes to the heart of the person too. You have to think about it, because sometimes people record it, and there are people who are genuinely like, if you see this, go do something nice for somebody else. And I think it's a call to action sometimes. So what do you say about that? Because like, if I go out and I'm giving somebody, I'm buying somebody a Happy Meal, I can go and tell my friends, hey, I bought somebody a Happy Meal. Go do that for the next person, homeless person you see. But like, if they don't see me doing it, they're like, bro, yeah, right, yeah, you're just talking out your ass and stuff like that. Sometimes those videos are call to actions. Like, man, if he can do it, and I know he don't got the extra money to do it, I think that sometimes those videos can be call to actions. Sometimes though.
Sometimes.
Because there's other forms of like giving back that don't require you to put money in someone's hand.
Yeah.
There's like other shit you can do.
Yeah.
Like if you record yourself working at a food bank, maybe like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because it's like yeah, you're doing a good thing. Posted it.
Yeah.
Pulls it down for me. It's almost like you didn't change.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it is a good thing.
Yeah, but have you ever seen someone do something kind and be like, hey, I'm gonna do it to somebody else? That's a challenge. Like
I can't recall a time.
I've seen somebody who's paid for someone's meal, and I kept the train in the
drive-through.
Yeah, I have seen that in the drive-through, but like we were actually in line, and like I kept the thing going. I was like, hey, I'll pay for the person's behind me, and it wasn't because like, oh, like I saw him like, hey, I got it, and I was like, you know what, I can do that too. I don't think he meant to do it intentionally. Like he was doing it for this family who had bought it, whatever, and I don't think he did it to like, hey, look at me, I'm buying for the person's meal. But I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like here I am walking around in my new pair of J's that I have on. Like I have $5, I can buy somebody else. Yeah. I have $10, I can buy somebody else.
And that's cool. Like you're doing that's altruistic. But you're not recording it, are you? And
no, I didn't record it. But so you're talking about the posting, the process of posting it is what ruins it.
Yeah,
to me, it's like a double-edged sword that maybe the person who's like doing the charitable act may not see it that way, but like as the viewer, it's like it's to me it's almost double edged.
Like they almost mask it as inspiration, but at the same time, like you can't argue with it. You can't be like, well, no, you're not doing it because of that. But like, how can you argue? You can't also call them out because maybe they are doing it for inspiration.
You could probably argue it. You could probably argue it.
I definitely see where you're coming from. Like some people just don't need to. Like you don't have to post it.
Yeah, you don't. You really don't. If you wanna pay it forward, let the people around you who see it
I think
get the inspiration. So don't put it everywhere because there comes a point, I think, it draws a line where if you're trying to mass produce it to everybody in the public, you're just trying to do it for yourself. You're trying to build your personal brand and come off as this great person.
But at this point, I feel like the fact that we've seen so many of these in different forms,
right?
The only way it could maybe there's really no way to pass it off, like for me, like in my opinion, but like the only way to pass it off better situate yourself with it
as altruistic,
sure, would be because there's no, again, if you're posting it, there's no way I feel like you could do that, but if you are like referencing another person's video and that continued, like as if you weren't just putting this video up, I'm gonna do this. This is me. Look at me do this. If you like reference someone's video,
hey, look, he did it. I'm doing it. Somebody else do it. Okay,
that would look better to me. Yeah,
it still wouldn't look the same. Like because the process of posting something is what really takes it off for you. I agree with that. Like, I can side with you on that one. Because you had to get your phone out.
Yeah,
you had to say, send me that video, or hey, click on that video on your phone, and you have to post it. Think of a caption of why you did it. Like you have to go through a number of steps just to post it.
Yeah, because you're going through the mental process, and by that point, you've probably already gone through. Ooh, I wonder who's going to see this, and then that's when it becomes egoism.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's very
But if that person did something else, maybe, I don't know.
But what about those videos where, like, you see those videos where they're like, it's a fake homeless person. So like it's a person who like he like cuts his hair off or somebody rich, and they go sit down and see like people who do it, and then so like those people
like a social experiment.
Yes, a social experiment, and they go and they like put the money in the bucket, and they see how people react to them, being this way, and see how people react to them being another way. Like, do you think that? And then they post that. Do you think that takes that away? So
because the people who would benefit from a situation like this are the ones who are giving, not the homeless guy. Because the ones who are giving are the ones benefiting from a scenario where they're being recorded. So if the person who's being recorded is a homeless person or the person experimenting as a homeless person, and they post that, that's not. I don't think that's like bad to them because it's just showing how other people are being, not how they're being.
Okay, I see that. But at the end, they give. So, like, what about Ellen? Like, at the end, she gives out a bunch of money. Do you not think the heart of, like, Ellen DeGeneres, how much money she gives out to people and how she called herself a humanitarian or something like that? Like, do you think that that's too much? Because she has a whole TV show giving money. I was wondering about
that, too, especially when Oprah would give everybody a car in the studio.
Yeah, you get a car.
I think with her, paid
decent amount.
That's her medium to give it away. If she didn't have the TV show, she couldn't.
Why? So what's the difference? Because right now... Go ahead.
So I don't think like people who make YouTube videos say make a YouTube video, give 20 homeless people meals.
Yeah,
they didn't do that YouTube video to pay for the meals they just gave. You know what I mean?
How do you know they're not starting their brand to be like Ellen later on? See, that's the thing. Like, we get so focused on the process, and I'm not saying that I'm right, but I feel like we get so focused on the process of somebody posting something that we forget that the same people that we praise for doing it do the same exact thing. They just have a higher pedestal of doing it.
I would say Ellen didn't get big doing that. You know what I mean? Ellen didn't start her career giving stuff out.
Yeah, she was a comedian.
She started her career as an entertainer, and with the fruit that she gained from her entertainment career, she's now able to give it back to people. If you're starting your career under that basis of I want to start by recording myself giving out, I think that is such a core of vanity to have that mindset to go into something that is very egotistical to me.
But is it I mean, it's whenever she gives something away, she can do whatever she wants. It's a free country. You do whatever you want, nearly.
Yeah.
But is it like, I don't know, everybody paid pretty decent money to go see Ellen on the Ellen show. Like, everyone paid decent money. Like, they're not, that wasn't their last dollar for sure. And then when they're given something, you're like, oh.
Well, it's not even just people in the crowd. Like, they bring people onto the show and they have no idea why they're coming onto Ellen DeGeneres show. Like they don't just pick people out of the crowd. They're like someone like says, hey, this person that works at Walmart is always so kind. Like that lady that paint during her lunch break painted an old lady's nails or painted some special needs girl's nails. I can't remember exactly what it was. Don't quote me on it. But like, so Ellen saw that video of someone posting that lady painting that girl's nails during her lunch break and had that girl come on the show, and then she gave stuff out. So like she blessed that woman back.
It's like paying it forward.
Yeah.
Except she's able to pay her for it in a huge way.
So the people shouldn't have posted that video of her painting the fingernails of the girl?
Do you think she shouldn't have?
Yeah, should she not have?
No, because she didn't. It's not like, okay, if that situation, specifically that situation, I don't think that employee was like, hey, record me painting this Down syndrome girl's nails. Like it just happened. Like someone like saw it happening, and like maybe the mom of the disabled girl like recorded it or something.
Okay. So we're looking at the okay. I get you. I feel you.
Yeah, I don't think she went out of her way to do something like that.
Okay.
Went out of her way to have someone record her doing something like that.
Yeah,
I think it just happened.
I feel that.
But I mean, we don't know. That's the thing too. We don't know. Maybe
you never know what.
Yeah. But also, here's another like trait we have as like human beings. That I have noted, and it always makes me feel a little weird too. Like the fact that I can sit here also and then like basically conversate and like decide if somebody's like
good or not,
like deserving of like what they're being given. Like just like again like the people in the show, like Oprah giving cards away. Of course it's not Oprah herself, but like do these like for me to sit back and say like do these people deserve cars? Like
and who are you?
Kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Kind of shitty of me, but also give a fuck.
That's true. Yeah, we are very judgmental on this podcast.
I would say, is it possible that this debate could just fall on a spectrum? That maybe someone is just mainly doing something for good, but they're in the back of their minds.
No, I think it can only ever be 99%, and then you can never verify 100% of the time if it's something.
I think it's
true.
It falls to the heart of the person. And we cannot tell the heart of the person by the video. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you. I can't say that this person wanted. Who am I to say that this person only did this video and gave out these 5 Happy Meals because they wanted people to see them giving out a Happy Meal? Like, maybe somebody literally did that. And who are we to say that? Just kind of like what you said. And I think that we're just as bad as the people, doing it for the wrong reasons, in a sense. So now I feel really shitty. Next segment, maybe.
Yeah, this tends to happen a lot.
So where's the line, dude? On
donating?
Where's the line
on judging other people?
Oh, dude, I never donate, by the way, because I don't know who's gonna get it and who's handling my money.
Yeah, did you know that half the time the motherfuckers don't even get the money that you donate?
Exactly. Never donate. That's why every time I'm at Walmart self-checkout, dude.
Hell
you want to donate?
No.
Nope.
Do you even feel bad when you do it while people are looking down?
No, I don't.
Because I feel like the people at the register don't donate either if they're buying stuff.
There's that whole South Park episode about it too. So.
When Randy goes to Whole Foods, it's like if you want to donate, just take that sandwich out of that kid's mouth, and it's like a paper cut of like an African kid like starving, and he's like, come on, like, I just don't want to donate. He's like I already donated last week, But I think
awful.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to donate, just see that cutout, just take that sandwich out of that kid's mouth. He's like,
or it's like when you didn't want to finish your meal and your parents were like, there's starving kids in Africa.
I don't give a fuck.
We'll give the sandwich to them.
Yeah,
you take this sandwich right here.
I'll mail my fucking crumbs to them.
Dude, I never had problem finishing my food. Though.
I don't feel bad about it.
As you can look at me, I didn't either, brother.
But when someone directly asks me for money, I do feel bad about it. Like Taco Bell, for instance, they do like something every year where they're like, do you want to donate $1 to whatever? And like, I go to Taco Bell like almost once a week. I do go to Taco Bell once a week.
Gross.
And so, yeah, we had a whole episode about that last week.
Yeah, nasty.
And they're always like, you want to donate $1 to this? And I'm like, fuck, like I already did that last week. Like I don't want to have to do it again. It's like I do feel bad saying no, but like when it comes to Walmart and they're just like, it's just a mass like, hey, you want to do this? Like an advertisement almost.
It's like Panda does that too. You have to donate to like Jude's. You don't have to, but they ask you to.
Yeah.
One thing I do, and I feel bad.
Dude,
sorry. Is that when I'm really happy, I will donate. I feel bad about that. Like when I'm really when I'm in a good mood, I'll donate.
The world revolves around Josh Ford.
I know. I was like, man, today's a great day. You know what? I'm gonna donate. I feel bad. I feel like an asshole sometimes.
Birds chirping. He's walking down the street. Dude.
You get $1. You get $1.
He's got a bow tie, most likely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of direct with everybody.
Josh looks like he was voted most likely to wear a bow tie in high school.
No, he was voted
most likely to be on my mother's couch in 30 years.
To pull his hamstring.
You remember that?
Did you actually?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
What was it?
You don't remember that? Fucking hate that award.
What is it?
I've been pissed for years.
Hey, you know that most likely to go bald award?
Yeah.
My class voted a girl for that, so they had to change the award.
We were at Temple Christian. Like, that's another episode that we need to do. Is how much of an asshole people at Temple Christian truly were.
Oh, Jacob's already kind of gone in on
Yeah,
that.
that's going on. That's funny.
Because I was. If Ryan, if you listen to this, I hate you. But I was an asshole back in my day at Temple for a little while.
Middle school, yeah.
Middle school, yeah.
Middle school.
But yeah, no. Josh got voted most likely to end up on his mother's couch in 30 years. Was it 30 years?
Or age of 30 or 30
Oh,
years.
yeah, age of 30, yeah. To most likely end up on his mom's couch by the age of 30.
And it pissed me off.
You had to like walk up, accept it like an Emmy or something.
Yeah, and no, and
That was at prom,
It was
right?
It was at prom. Like,
It was prom.
Fuck.
so like everyone saw him walk
I
up.
never forgot that.
I didn't vote.
I got voted best heart.
Oh,
Really?
He laughed so hard.
They didn't know what award to give you. They just gave you the extra one.
No, I actually I was in when we were all in class when they were voting for it. And
Yeah.
someone jokingly was like, "Oh, Jacob, I'm gonna vote for you for best heart
Yeah,
or
you-
biggest heart," and I was like, "Oh, that would be funny." And then like the whole class was like, "Oh yeah, that would be funny." So they all did, like a whole class did it. So
Since you have no heart.
Jacob's
like,
an
at all.
asshole.
what?
No, me and Seth were talking about this the other day, and like I feel like you can definitely be a humongous asshole, but still be a good person.
Facts.
Whereas if you're like
That's me.
putting on airs of like, I don't know, you're this person, but you're not.
Yeah.
It's like any dad
Yeah,
ever.
because that's me.
I
Yeah.
think that's why Josh Ford and our friends. Like he finally accepted that 99% of the time I may be an asshole, but like it's literally me joking. Like that's my signs of endearment. Like that's my
That's
way of
hard,
saying
that's hard.
that,
That's his
that you're
endearment,
that
yeah,
you're
well.
my dog. Like you're my I fuck with you the long way. Like if I'm like if I come in like Josh, I really enjoy your hat today, and your presence is just so.
Fucking weird, right?
I know something's
yeah,
fucking wrong.
Yeah,
if I'm
something-
nice to you, either I don't know you well enough
Yeah.
to like act like myself, or I don't fucking care.
It depends
about you
on
and I
when
just
it's
want you
nice.
to move on from you.
Yeah, exactly.
If Cole's nice to me, I think he's gonna try to kill me.
No, okay.
gonna
No,
tase
no.
you
It
more.
depends on the time. Like if it's serious, I can be very kind-hearted. But most of the time, like I'm not with all that serious shit. You know?
Yeah,
Well,
I think Josh knows that's how our friend group is too. At this point, I think Josh was white at one point, dude. I think we just roasted him so much, dude, he just turned black.
What?
What is that racist?
No.
Oh, okay, I didn't think so.
You said it with the. You said it with
But
the
it
other
makes-
half. A
Are you
little
saying
bit.
because
You said it with the other half
we
again.
roast you so much that like you're like
I get it. That was funny.
It was like a marshmallow joke, but yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, here we go, dude.
Oh, like they start out white and then
Oh,
once you
here,
roast
oh,
marshmallows.
here we go, dude. We're
What's
getting-
the meanest thing someone has ever told you?
meanest thing? There's nothing. It's probably my mom because she says that a lot. She says mean stuff, but it's fine
What'd she
because
say?
that's our relationship is.
What'd she say though? You gotta remember something.
Dude, like I don't know. She just I don't know. Like I don't know.
You're
really
a
off top.
disappointment. I regret having you.
Yeah, so, and then so it'd be like whereas anybody else like would probably like be crying from that, like oh shit, yeah, okay, mom.
Yeah, you're right. You were
Good
oops,
one.
baby.
Yeah, okay.
okay. And Josh, what's the meanest thing someone has ever told you?
He pulls out a
Dude.
fucking notebook. Well,
You know, there's a lot of shit. I can't pick one. I don't
Oh,
think
it's so much.
so much has been said.
you could probably choose from this podcast alone.
Yeah, like, I really can't pinpoint one. I could probably find one from yesterday, but I can't even think of that.
It's kind of sad. Mason, let's move on to you.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, I really like your hat and your presence today.
Okay, you're trying to kill me.
I can't think of like.
I don't know. It's kind of a really banana.
I'm sure I've been told I'm obnoxious at some point. I feel like that's a very powerful word. Being told you're obnoxious or like.
Oh, I know I'm annoying as fuck. I know that.
Oh yeah, that's that was a daily thing for me in high school.
You just have to get used to like
But I can't think
not giving a fuck.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
crazy
thing.
thing.
I think
Yeah.
that's why it would
I
be so
don't
hard for me
at
to
all.
remember because like people could probably be really genuinely mean to me.
And I'm like,
I do
oh,
not give a damn.
I was like, most of the time when somebody says something mean to me, I'm like, do you really want to start this? Because you know I will come back 10 times harder.
That's-
Leave it alone.
yeah,
Well, it's just-
I'd got in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what it comes back to, I think, for us as far as my family goes, is we were always like taught to not like be a little girl, like
Yeah.
cry about stuff,
Yeah.
like be a bitch. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And
And
it
I
was
was raised
just-
just like, yeah, for sure.
And so so when you go out into the world, right,
Mhm.
and people who were very sheltered, very protected, you're the best. You're
Yeah.
this beautiful star.
Yeah, you're perfect. No,
Yeah.
no, the fuck you.
And yeah. So
I think
we all
the
know.
thing with me is definitely like like a lot of people, you can say shit to me, and it doesn't really bother me, especially like since like all that shit I went through in middle school. But it doesn't really bother me.
That sounded like that bothered you a lot.
It does.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Hold on. But like, if like you're talking like bad about one of my close friends, that really sets me off. That'll really piss me off.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, if like any good friend would step in if their homie's getting shit on or something.
I think this girl, like, I think it was this semester or it may have been last year. Like, I know it was like spring semester. She said, Courtland, I can see you being like, you could have a couple kids, but like never getting married. And I don't know why, but that hurt my feelings so much. Like that fucked me up.
Yeah, it does.
Damn.
She's like, I don't see you ever getting married, or like I see you maybe getting married once or twice, but like not staying in it. Like I feel like you wanted to be a bachelor life and having a couple kids.
And it wasn't like she meant anything by it.
Yeah, she was not trying to be mean, but I was like, I have this image in my head that I want to be this awesome, cool dad. I want to marry one wife, and like I have this image
on your
like,
shoulders.
Yeah, and taking pictures,
airplaning around.
Yeah, or retaking a picture that I took when we were young at his college graduation. Like just like being that. And when she said that, I was like, yeah, haha, I laughed about it. And I walked back to my room after that. Like, I don't even think we did anything. Like, I think I was so upset that I was like, let's just watch this show. Like, I was like, literally, let's just Netflix, no chill. Like, I was hurt. And the whole time we were thinking about it, but I was like,
like that video on Twitter.
Yeah. I was just sitting there and I walked back to my room and I remember I was just like, damn.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think.
But then tomorrow came and you're like,
yeah, I'm a pimp.
Who's tomorrow? We're closing in on an hour, just so y'all know.
Oh, okay. Well,
real quick, there is one thing that not necessarily like the worst thing I ever said, but that was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
What's that, Josh?
It was what year was I? It was in high school, and I asked to take the prom, and I did it in like this extravagant way.
What is this way?
I had Courtland and some guy friends come in and sing a song.
like a barbershop duet, like
acapella.
We would say like Bruno Mars.
It was Bruno Mars. Like, Pretty sure there was a boombox involved. And they came in singing in the classroom. And I came in, got one knee, and asked, was it prom or homecoming?
Weirdo. What a weirdo, dude. Get off one knee.
Did you pull your hamstring on the way down?
No, it was homecoming.
That's all it was.
Homecoming?
That's all it was.
Homecoming?
Who was it? Who was it?
I got it.
Oh. Yeah, I know. You didn't need to say it.
Stop. I gotta edit out the name. Yeah, give me.
Please edit that.
I'll get it.
Why? You asked her. Everybody knows.
Exactly. Everyone knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, true. In the video.
And do you really think she's listening to your podcast? Do you think she's listening to your podcast?
Everybody had, if you know her social media.
So yeah, continue on with this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Edit the last 3.
But so I go in, I do it, and then she turns me down in front of the whole class. Well, no, I'm sorry. She said yes, and then she takes me out of class, and then tells me no after that.
And we all saw her.
That is nice of her.
That's actually
no.
It was worse because we all saw her. She was like, I mean, I guess, and then she was like, oh, sure. And then like 10 minutes later, they walk out of class, and Josh comes in like
in tears.
Bro, my senior year.
Hurting.
You remember?
Yeah.
You can cut this out if you want. But no, he walks in with a big ass sign, Starbucks, like 3 of his friends helping him out in the cafeteria. So all of high school's in there. Asked a girl to prom or home. It was homecoming or prom. I don't really remember. The girl stares at him for about a minute and a half, just silent. Or like, fuck, dude. The dumbass cafeteria literally starts chanting, "Say yes." Oh, no. The whole cafeteria's chanting. This girl says, "I'm sorry," gets up crying and runs to the bathroom. And this man sitting there with a sign and a fucking Starbucks. It was the worst thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
Either way, so for a dude, like getting turned down, like feels like shit usually.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
It's until you get turned down over and over, where you're like, okay, this isn't that.
Yeah, but so in both those scenarios, it doesn't work out right. So let's say she's nice about it and says no later. Then you roll up to the spot.
And everyone's like, where's she at? It's
she's
worse. She's with old boy.
Yeah.
No, it's worse.
About that, So, like, either one kind of doesn't work out for you. The only thing that could work out is not doing a public
thing.
Showcase.
Hey, let me text you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you trying to go to homecoming?
Sometimes they get pissed. If you
I
don't
think
do
no.
something.
Every person I asked was always this big event.
Yeah, all you gotta do is say,
Always.
"Hey, would you like to go to homecoming with me?" And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna find a cute way to make sure
homecoming,
she's
what'd he
gonna
do?
say."
Or
yes.
like text her and ask her first, and she'll be like, "Oh damn, he texted me and asked me," but then do something extravagant.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh wow, he went out of his way."
I went way overboard on my stuff
but
because I
did
felt
you-
like a giant sign that stretched up the whole gym.
Yeah, that can't be the worst thing either.
Motherfucker. Yeah,
that can't be the worst thing.
Hey, walk me through planning the logistics for that.
He didn't really plan it.
I didn't. Well,
Was
I did
Kinko's
plan it.
involved?
You just got there and there was a sign.
So me and my friend Chase had a little
Competition, right?
Little competition.
Yeah,
little
we
competition.
did. But okay, walk me through
Was
getting
it
the
in a
large
steady
sign and
relationship?
writing on it.
Well, it wasn't just all like one big sign. It was just like I had a bunch of people holding up
Different song.
different signs.
Okay.
With giant letters.
Yeah. Okay.
So
who wrote
anyway,
them?
yeah.
Yeah. Like who wrote on the signs? I care. I think.
I think I had like the
mom.
stringers help me. Yeah, the
Yeah.
stringers helped me.
Yes.
They made the signs. I just had to get the people.
Are these
Yeah.
people or people who are strung out on something?
No, like
Is it like a name
family,
of
yeah.
last
The
name?
stringers.
Yeah, just like that clique that just like.
But that's not, Josh. That can't be the worst thing that ever happened to you. Because the worst
the
thing that
James-
happened to you is the time that he's never had a kiss before, right? So this is what.
Oh wait, whoa,
Sophomore year in high school.
Wait, we
Out of time. We're out of time.
we might be out of time, right, Jake? We
Did you
out of
throw
time.
up in front of everyone?
I mean,
No.
we're at like what 45 minutes, so we got like 15
You
minutes.
said we were at an hour.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
We got time.
Let me give you something.
Oh my!
Can I drop a
God.
little nugget? Like, if you don't listen to anything else, listen to this, bro.
Dude.
Hey, so listen.
This is about to be some bullshit.
So look, Josh has never. He's never had a kiss before, right?
Yeah.
And so he's making a big deal about it.
Aw,
He's like, yeah, you know me. I think it's time. Hey, so all the boys are like, hey man, this is what you do. He's like, this is what you do. And we're like, bro. He's like, I think I'm gonna put my arm around her, like, shoulder. We're like, fuck no. We're like, no. Put the arm on the booty. If you know anything about us, it was about the booty. We're like,
Of course. Yeah.
put your hands on the booty when you do it, or the hips or something like that.
Of course.
So he gets so nervous that we have to like push him to go get his kiss before school is over. Like was it before football practice or like SST or something?
Why did you need to get
It
this
was
kiss that
before football practice.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like one of those things. Like
High school thing
I need
is
to
weird.
cross off this manhood check in my life. kinda
Decided
thing.
that this was
Yeah,
the time.
this is the time. So we're like, all right, bro, this is what you do. This is what you do. Talked about it. Blah blah blah. We get there. All the boys like, all his homies were like looking. We're like, we can see we're in perfect vision.
That's so worse. Like
It is-
for me, like
No, I'm like, so like,
And it's on the bridge between like the main school and then like where we go for PE.
P.
bridge.
It's not really a bridge.
Not
It's like a
bridge.
It's a concrete crossing, so you don't have to walk over. Like it's like a. It's not a bridge at all. It's the same level. It's just they had to put concrete over it because there was like there's holes where the water dispenses, like when it rains and stuff like that. So it's like a concrete thing that they made into a bridge.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
So they're like, she's like leaning up against the bridge, or against the whatever
The fence
the
on the
fence on
bridge.
it, and Josh is like standing there talking. So like we got some boys in this corner, and they're like, because we all have to go this way, but we're waiting for Josh to do it so we can walk
Everybody.
past and act normal. He picked the worst spot on campus to kiss a girl.
That's
His
what I was.
first
That was
time.
actually about to say.
Yeah.
Well, why the fuck did you pick right there?
And so he picks the worst spot. So we're walking this way, and we're all like, "Bro, come on, we're gonna be late to practice." Like, and he kind of goes. So they're like kind of talking. And he goes and gives a hug first. We're like, what? This bitch.
Like ass out
Yeah,
hug. Like, kinda-
yeah. He's like, bro. So then he kind of goes in for the kiss, but he doesn't know where his hands are. Like he's like this, eyes closed. And instead of grabbing her ass, he grabs the fence. And none of us could hold it in, bro. We started dying laughing.
No, when it happened, because
Oh, dude, here we go.
Literally, when it happened,
What happened, Josh?
all was like this. I went back and I was like, I stopped while I opened my eyes while I was kissing it. I look around and I was like, nobody saw that, right? Nobody saw that, right? And then all I see is Courtland running fast all the way to the field house. And I'm just like, oh, no, he saw
And
it.
it wasn't a gradual, like, let me like slowly work my way
bad.
down your body. He was like, and missed and hit the fence. And all of us were like,
I thought he was in like a high school comedy. Like,
yeah, he's like, stop, wait a minute. He was like, it was so, and I couldn't hold it. If you know me,
Everybody saw
if you
it.
know me, I I try to hold stuff in, but I usually cannot hold in a laugh, bro. So I'm dying laughing, and so they like look, they see me right there, so I just take off running to the thing. And I'm just like, ha, you dumbass! I start running past him. He was so hurt for the rest of his life.
I planned it for like.
Funny. That's not that bad.
No, but the thing is, I planned it for 2 days.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Because I tried the day before, but I was running late. So I was like, this is the prime time opportunity.
Did you see her like twice a day or something? Like,
I don't know. It was a stupid high school relationship.
yeah, that's true.
All right, Josh, we'll leave you alone, dude. We're out of time.
Thank God.
Yeah, we'll leave you alone.
Yeah, we're at 1:09, by the way.
1:09, sick.
Or an hour and 9.
Sick.
Okay.
Perfect.
I got what you meant.
Yeah, so we'll wrap things up. Courtland, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was
Thank
really
you for
cool.
having me,
This
man.
was a fun one. Cool. Well, then this has been Bottom of the Class Podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.